So I don't remember if I told you about my day yesterday. I think I did. Went to the gym in the morning, and then I was going to go to Echo in the afternoon, but I got a call from a guy at a company I applied to. Interviewed with him, thought it went well. He said he would contact me today to let me know if I was moving on to the next step, which would be an in-person interview. And he said if I didn't hear from him by 3 o'clock to send him an email to remind him. And I didn't hear from him, so I sent him an email, and I still haven't heard from him. So, doesn't seem like a good sign. Whatever. This morning, was it this morning or was it yesterday? I don't know. I did a test for another place I applied at, the drug rehab place. And that was a 70 questionnaire, and included 4 tests, a typing test and some English tests, vocabulary, grammar, and spelling. It's kind of an issue around here because there's so many people who come from somewhere else and don't always have the language skills necessary to do a job. So it's a pre-screening thing just to screen out anybody that's just definitely not going to be suitable. So I did pretty good on the tests. I got 52 words per minute and 99% accuracy, which is well above the 40 words a minute that they're looking for. On the vocabulary test, I got 100%. On the grammar test, which was very technical, I got 70%. And on the spelling test, I got 95%. So I did okay on the tests. A couple of the questions on the test didn't work properly, so they've sent me a link to redo those 2 questions. They're just basically assessing what parts of the job I like more than other parts of the job. So it's just a list of tasks, and you rate how much you like or dislike the task. Anyway, it didn't work properly, and they got that, so they sent me the 2 questions to redo, so I'll do that tomorrow. The deadline is Monday morning. Oh. Today, we went grocery shopping, as we often do on Fridays. Though Ross didn't think of it till about 10 o'clock. I thought of it, but I'm tired of being his memory, so I didn't say anything about going to the grocery store. Anyway, there were some issues around that, but whatever. We're okay. Yeah. Oh, I bought some topsoil at the grocery store. It's called Black Earth topsoil, so it should be good. So I've got some. I ended up buying potting soil, or actually Sue bought it for me, potting soil. But I think I'll put that on, either mix it in with the stuff that's already in the garden, or put it on top, and then put topsoil on top of that. Oh, excuse me. And then this evening was movie night at Echo, so that goes from about 5 till about 8. So I went to that. We watched the movie Hitch with Will Smith. It's a few years old. Had some pizza and some popcorn and some pop, in which we basically just pay at cost. just to cover the cost of it. And so I met a couple new people, and I saw some people I knew. Got to meet the new staff person, though I'd met her before. We both sort of recognized each other from when she'd been in for a day or two. Oh, excuse me. Earlier. Anyway, she's nice. I like her. Yeah, so we watched the movie, and then I helped with cleanup. And on my way home, I stopped by the multi at the co-op, the place where people drop stuff off. And there was one of those folding chairs for outside. I forget what they're called. Anyway, there was one there, and I tried it, and it was actually quite comfortable, but I couldn't figure out how to fold it back up. Well, I couldn't figure out how to fold it up. It was unfolded when I got there. And then I realized it really reeked of cigarette smoke, so I left it there because I don't want that. And I don't really need a chair. I've got a chair that I think isn't going to last all that long that I was thinking I'd replace with that, but I'll deal with it when the time comes. It's a rattan chair that is missing some of the cross bracing underneath. Anyway, it's working so far. But they also had the co-op brought in landscape ties, which I'm not sure exactly what they are. They were all gone anyway when I got there. But they also brought in a whole bunch of river rock, so I grabbed some rock, and I'll probably grab some more tomorrow. Because, I mean, you can never have too many rocks. I'm using rock for some of the sort of landscaping around the garden. And I'm clearing out one last section along the fence that I've left alone till now. I'm taking out all the ivy that's there. And I'll pull out all or most of the lava rock and the dirt that's accumulated in it, and sift out the dirt, and then put the lava rock back, and that'll look a lot better. The drawer I told you about, the yellow painted drawer, was gone by the time I went back to look for it, so I don't have that, but I'm going to keep my eyes open for stuff like that. And I think I might also try and make some kind of decorative type stuff for the garden. I've got a couple things out there that I already had. A sort of bird, like a, I don't know, miniature peacock almost, that I've clipped to a branch of the maple tree that we've more or less destroyed. And one of those sun catcher things, you know, sort of a stained glass kind of thing, that hanging off another branch. So I'm going to look around for stuff, look around for ideas. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, Ross told me tonight that someone at a university here somewhere in Canada came up with this amazing mosquito trap. It basically uses old tires, parts of old tires, and you put, you fill it with water, you take two sections of tire and sort of put them together to make an enclosed thing, I think. Anyway, you fill it with water, and then periodically you drain the water, filter it through a cloth to get all the eggs and larvae out, and then reuse the water because it's full of pheromones that tell mosquitoes that this is a safe place to lay eggs. And they tried it out in some place where dengue fever is a big problem, and they went from like 2 or 3 dozen cases, is it a week or a month, of dengue fever, down to like a handful of cases. So it's been really effective at getting rid of mosquitoes. So I thought you might be interested in that. You could probably just Google it. Canadian mosquito trap or something. But it's, I mean, old tires, there's old tires everywhere. So it's something that's, Ross said there was something like over 1 trillion used tires piled up around the world. And, you know, you use some water, but you reuse it as much as you can. So yeah, it's something that can be used all over the world to get rid of mosquitoes, which is really cool, especially in places where mosquitoes carry dangerous diseases. But also nice for folks here that just don't like getting bitten by the suckers all the time. So I thought I'd pass that on. As soon as he told me, I thought of you and when you were talking about getting bit all over the other day. Anyway, it's past bedtime for me. I'm really tired. I was awakened by night sweats again last night, so that's 2 nights in a row. So we'll see if I end up doing that again tonight, or if I actually get to sleep through the night. There's a product I've seen advertised on TV for dealing with menopausal or perimenopausal symptoms like night sweats, that I'm going to check out and talk to the pharmacist and talk to the doc and see if that's something that I might want to try. Anyway, with that, I am going to go to sleep. Good night. Love you. Ciao.